please like, subscribe, and share. Right, hit the subscribe button right here. Check this out. It's on Amazon.com. Pick up and go for shop. I just faithfully Martin Empire. Great things, okay? You're welcome. Dialogue. Stick around. Good morning and welcome to EBEONAD, the 103.5 FM. Today, the 25th day of February 2025. Today is Tuesday and the time is 2 minutes past the hour of 7. It's time for newspaper headlines on EBEONAD, the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news, making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers. But before we do that, let's go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories, making the headlines. Please stay with us.
The challenges of documenting memories in the 21st century is gone. When you have everyone at the 103.5 FM here, what are you celebrating today? Birthdays, wedding anniversary, traditional weddings, chieftaincy conferment, or pala, etc. Approach everyone at the 103.5 FM Ogidi today to document your event. Everyone at the 103.5 FM offers you live coverage of your events on radio and social media, video and photo coverages feature on magazines, photo books and others, news coverage of political and other events. Take this offer and receive a complete coverage. For more information, call or WhatsApp 08065796599 or you visit upon at the 103.5 FM or giving opposite Oblique Boys inside the European Residency Hotel.
You're welcome back to newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news, making headlines on the leadership, Sun, Daily Post, The Nation, Punch. These days, and if time permits, we are going to take a look at Nigerian Tribune newspapers. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 08065796599. You can as well send SMS on 08138397740 or 08139256742. I am Martin. Let's get started with the leadership newspaper this morning. IBB, Power, Faith and Necessity. 2027, I want another Sultana to replace Tinubu. El-Rufai. Abuja businessman petitions Inspector General of Police over land grabbing. Others. Federal government pledges support for effective basic education delivery. Federal government addresses concerns over visa on arrival policy. Group vows to curb drug abuse ahead of elections. Corporate control in seed sector threatens Nigeria's food sovereignty. Expert. NEC meeting. APC begins pushback against opposition coalition. NPA woos exporters, save export processes at seaports simplified. NPA woos exporters, says export processes at seaports simplified. Catalyst Symposium debuts in Abuja. Nigerian traffic controllers least paid in Africa. Federal government launches task force to end disruptive fiber optic cuts. Kalo backs special seats for women in parliament. Economic growth impossible without stable internal security. Tinubu. Para governor flags off agro input fair, restates commitment to food security. Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps arrest two for impersonation in Kano. Prioritize governance over 2027 ambition. Minding my onions. Two. Wonderful properties of clovers. Yobe government moves against kidney failure, establishes research center. Suspected headers killed two in Edo local government area. Tinubu didn't want me in his cabinet. El-Rufai. Tax reform bills. Northern leaders submit views to National Assembly. Federal government committed to improved road infrastructure. Minister. NEC meeting. APC begins pushback against opposition coalition. Fuel scarcity looms as marketers threaten nationwide strike. UNICEF to cut workforce travelers over stoppage of US aid funding by Trump. UNICEF to cut workforce travels over stoppage of USAID funding by Trump. Governor Uba Sani, NSA Ribadu no longer my friends. El-Rufai. 2027, I want another Southerner to replace Tinubu. El-Rufai. Suspected headers, we've taken this. Still on the stories making headlines on the leadership newspaper this morning, Kanu lawmakers reject NMPP suspension, accuses Kwankwaso of dictatorship. Oyo government set to receive Sierra Leonean president as Makinde visits agribusiness industrial hub. Hours after swearing in, Governor Ayedatiwa appoints new SSG commissioners, others. Afenifere Ayo, Afenifere leader Ayo Adebanjo for burial, May 3rd. Nigeria moves closer to fresh census as Tinubu plans review committee. Brett White's family faults Obasanjo's comment on patriarch at IBB's book launch. Court stops Zamfara Assembly from sacking minority leader. Nigerian player dies in tragic road accident in Uganda. Get a visual number for WhatsApp, the smart way to stay connected. Alleged 80.2 billion naira fraud. EFCC presents first witness against ex-governor Bello. Policeman turned tricyclist faces sanctions for brandishing gun during altercation with passengers. Castana police probe varsity's students' death by civilian JTF. You have lost your seats in Rivers Assembly. National Assembly caucus tells pro-Wike lawmakers, leave Atlanta now before they push you out. Peter Sides tells Lukman. NMPP suspends Kanu South Senator, three others lawmakers over alleged anti-party activities. 70% of Nigerians don't pay tax despite high expectations from government. And that's the much we can take from the leadership newspaper this morning. You are listening to newspaper headlines on EBEONAD 103.5 FM. Remember that you can send your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080 6599. You can as well send SMS on 081 38 397740 or 081 39256742. Still on the stories making headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the leadership newspaper, we'll flip over to the Sun newspaper. The Sun Awards cherished honor Obiukwu Nwankwo Assembly crisis. Rivers Reps Kakus Pax Fubara Okojumbo. CJN tax judges on respect, obedience, collaboration. Fuel scarcity looms as Eichmann threatens showdown. 1966 coup not driven by ethnic sentiment. Nzogu was only Igbo in name. IBB. Less than 30% Nigerians pay tax, but less than 30% Nigerians pay tax, but 100% want good infrastructure. Ababio. Still on the stories, making the headlines on the Sun newspaper this morning. PDP members pray court to declare Ned Nwoko's seat vacant. PDP Udokoye seek to join Anyanwu's suit against INEC Damagun. APC lawyers write panels over security concerns at Benue Tribunal venues. NMPP suspends 4 National Assembly members over alleged anti-party activities. And that's the much we can take from the Sun newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning. From the Sun newspaper, we'll flip over to the Daily Post newspaper. Delta government, Niger Delta Development Commission disagree over rehabilitation of federal roads. Trump confirms US-Ukraine mineral deal close. Policemen who shot immigration officer in Niger undergoing disciplinary action. Buhari forced me to become Kaduna governor. El-Rufai. Ribadu behind plots to destroy me. El-Rufai. I've got no issues with Tinubu. El-Rufai. Abia begins registration of citizens for social identification number. What Buhari told me when I asked him to reveal his desired successor. El-Rufai. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Daily Post newspaper this morning. Tinubu's economic policies squeezing wrong. El-Rufai. Tinubu failing in expectations of moving Nigeria to highest level. El-Rufai. Macron corrects Trump on European assistance to Ukraine amid war with Russia. Macron corrects Trump on European assistance to Ukraine amid war with Russia. Dodge. Trump reveals why Mox issued mail to workers. And that's the much we can take from the Daily Post newspaper this morning. From the Daily Post newspaper, we'll flip over to the Nation newspaper. Vice President secure ID. Applause homegrown innovation on 20th anniversary. Tinubu, serious with Ogoni issues, says Fubara. ACF writes National Assembly on tax reforms. APC has left me stranded, says El-Rufai. over her moral leadership. How Enugu's Witness Support Fund is aiding quick justice delivery. PDP condemns attack on Edo community. Monarchs, APC stakeholders seek shift of governorship seat to Kwara North. Teachers recruitment. Commission invites 5,928 applicants for interview in Kwara. Senator urges Kwara leaders to be as commissioners. Development of Bitmen Port my priority, says Ayedatiwa. Development of Bitmen Port my priority, says Ayedatiwa. Non-governmental organizations urges countries to return Nigeria's looted cash. Artificial intelligence, innovation, vital for insurance growth. Include private varsities on beneficiaries of Tertiary Education Trust Fund, says Vice Chancellor. Organization boost expectant mothers survival rate with brands. That's the much we can take from the Nation newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Nation newspaper, we'll flip over to the Punch newspaper. $4.5 billion fraud. Emefiele alleges bias, demand judges withdrawal. $4.5 billion fraud. Emefiele alleges bias, demands judges withdrawal. Rivers reps back Fubara, says pro-Wike lawmakers have lost seats. NMPP chieftains fear mass defection to APC may affect party in 2027. NMPP chieftains fear mass defections to APC may affect party in 2027. Plateau commuters hail government as work begins on Jos Maingo Road. Death toll hits 7 in Edo cocoa farmers thieves clash. IBB's book, Don't Tarnish Great White's Name, Family Wants Obasanjo. Tinubu to share APC National Caucus meeting today. Oyo APC, Makinde trade wars over Osun intervention. And Niger Delta Development Commission extends girl child support scheme to Imo. Bayelsa. I am too busy for media battle. Ribadu replies El-Rufai. Chief of Defense Staff celebrated at Sokoto School's 50th anniversary. Speeding, wrongful overtaking, responsible for death